breaking news now coming in. Bail has been granted to Indrani Mukherjea, who's accused of killing her daughter Sheena Bora. So bail has been granted to her. Well, let's go across now to Sukirti for the details. And Sukirti, the amount of time that she spent in prison has also been taken into account by the court in granting this bail, and also saying this is no sort of any opinion on the matter at hand, the case as such. It's just granting bail to her.
Well, yes, Gargi. So the first and foremost thing that the Supreme Court considered is the fact that she's already spent 6.5 years in jail, and the fact that the trial is unlikely to begin anytime soon. At least 50% of the witnesses in the case, their statements have not even been recorded yet. So the kind of time she's already spent in prison and how much more time she will end up spending if the trial does not begin soon, all of those questions have been looked at by the Supreme Court, after which the Supreme Court said that we are granting bail to her. But as you also mentioned, the Supreme Court has not passed any kind of opinion on the merits of the case. So she's facing a murder case for killing her daughter, Sheena Bora. But there has been no acquittal in that case. There has been no the Supreme Court has not passed any opinion on or said that she's not guilty in that case. This has to do purely with her being granted bail based on the fact that she spent 6.5 years in jail and the trial is not likely to commence anytime soon. So those are the big factors that the Supreme Court has looked at and then has granted bail to her. But definitely this is a very, very significant development in a case that had grabbed the headlines for years, has been one of the most controversial and high-profile cases that the country has seen so far, and not just to do with their professional backgrounds, but also to do with the fact that this was a mother being accused of killing her own daughter. And that is why it had been in news so much. And finally, she is going to get relief with the Supreme Court finally granting bail to her.
Right, Sukirti, as you mentioned, this was a very, very sensational case at the time, when the various details and layers of this entire case emerged. But now the big breaking news is that Indrani Mukherjea, who spent the last 6.5 years in jail, she's accused of murdering her own daughter, Sheena Bora. She has finally been granted bail, and the Supreme Court citing how long this entire process is taking. But Sukirti, it's quite, surprising to know, given the, how big this case was, how sensational it is, that till now, as you're telling us, not all the witnesses have even been spoken to. Their statements haven't even been taken yet.
Well, yes, CBI has been investigating this entire case, and they have been looking at all the clues. But yes, this is definitely an alarming fact that 50% of the witnesses in the case, their statements have not even been recorded yet. This was in fact a fact that that Indrani Mukherjea's lawyers had brought before the court, and the court gave consideration to these facts and considered them while granting bail to her. So definitely a very controversial, a very high-profile, sensational case which was handed over to the CBI, and the investigation has been going on for the last several years. But yes, it is definitely puzzling that the investigation is going at a slow pace and the trial is yet to commence, and all of this slow progress became the ultimate reason why the main accused in the case is being granted bail by the top court of the country.